Alright, let's get into it. Was Dracula actually real? I mean, we've all heard the stories. Capes, fangs, bats sleeping in coffins. But is there any truth behind the legend, or is it all just creepy fiction? So here's the thing. Dracula, the vampire, is a character from Bram Stoker's 1897 novel. But Stoker didn't just make him up out of thin air. He based Dracula on a real guy, Vlad the Impaler. Yeah, that name alone should tell you this dude wasn't exactly friendly. Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad III, was a prince in what's now Romania, back in the 1400s. He got his nickname because, well, he liked to impale his enemies on giant wooden stakes. Brutal, right? He was famous for defending his land against the Ottoman Empire, but also for his seriously savage methods. Some stories say he killed tens of thousands of people. Imagine walking into a forest and seeing a whole field of people on stakes. That's the kind of horror movie stuff Vlad was actually doing. Now here's where fact meets fiction. Vlad wasn't a vampire. He didn't drink blood. He didn't turn into a bat. But he was so terrifying, so infamous, that people started telling wild stories about him. And over time, those stories got mixed up with old vampire legends from Eastern Europe. Tales about the dead rising, drinking blood. All that creepy stuff. Bram Stoker picked up on these rumors and blended them together to create Count Dracula. He even borrowed Vlad's nickname, Dracula, which means son of the dragon or son of the devil, depending on who you ask. So while the Dracula from movies and books is pure fantasy, he's inspired by a real historical figure whose life was just as dark and twisted as any horror story. But here's a twist. Some people in Vlad's own country see him as a hero, not a monster. He fought off invaders, kept his land safe, and ruled with an iron fist. Sure, he was ruthless, but back then, that was kind of the point. To them, he's more like a national legend than a bloodthirsty villain. So, do I believe Dracula was real? The vampire, no way. But the man behind the myth? Absolutely. Vlad the Impaler was as real as it gets, and his story is honestly even scarier than the vampire version. It just goes to show how history and imagination can get tangled up, turning real people into legends, and legends into nightmares. So next time you watch a Dracula movie, just remember, sometimes the truth is even creepier than fiction. What do you think? Would you rather face Vlad the Impaler or a vampire? Drop your answer in the comments and let's see who's braver.